Loud. Namaste. Welcome to the Sunday, December 24th Bansuri Bliss Holiday Bash. I am Bansuri Bliss Founder Dr. Kerry Kriger, and we have flute players on from around the world. We've got, let's see, India, USA, Ukraine, and I believe that's what's going on right now. Who knows who else will join? I am in Colombia, South America. And recently I taught, how recently? Maybe like a week or two ago, I can't remember. I taught Simendra Madhyam, Raag Simendra Madhyam in Rupatal, and Yvonne was there. And I said, Yvonne, let's see what you can do with this. So practice it and report back. And I don't believe that I've heard Yvonne play this at all, but we're going to get him on here and see what he's been up to. Yvonne, how's it going?
Hello.
Hello. Go ahead, turn on your tambora.
Yeah.
We'll assume your original sound is on. Everybody out there in the world of music know how to turn your original sound on in Zoom. Go to bansuribliss.com/zoom dash audio and optimize your audio configuration so that you sound as good as possible playing through Zoom on the internet. All right.
You hear my tempura?
I hear it. There's some weird stuff going on. Let's find out what happens. Move it away a little bit. Move your phone away. It could be phone static. Or move your speaker a bit further away.
Okay.
Good. Now it's good, I think. Go ahead. Very well done. Good.
Something like this.
Something like that. What's your tambura tuned at?
My tambura tuned on E.
Okay, good. All right, Hina, please don't worry about that anymore. We'll deal with it later. And good, E. So let's see. Let me put my tambura at E. Simendra Madhyam is the raga. Tambura first string at Pa. And Simendra Madhyam. I've got my Swarmandal going in the background. Oh, that's at F. Let me put it at E. Nisa Rega Re. Rega Ma. Teevra Ma. Ma pa ma ga. Re ga re sa. Sa. Yeah, keep going. Go down. Give us some alop down into the low notes. All right, you're not coming through clearly for me. Can someone tell me if he's coming through clearly or not? Yeah? Okay.
Bad sound.
Sunny da pa. Flatter on the knee. I'm sorry, on the da. Flat. Komal da. Sunny da pa. Again. Do it all one breath without any ornaments. Then you can really hear if your knee comes down to the da. Ma pa ma pa ma pa.
I haven't seven hole.
You do. For the leg?
Yes.
Okay. You should also be able to just roll the flute inwards to go from pa to ma. Without using the leg. Try it, no leg, just...
Teevra Ma. Oh,
Teevra Ma, yes, Teevra Ma. Good. Ma pa da ni sa. Good. I have an E flute. I just remembered. I'm gonna get it. Yeah, you have to practice that low Teevra Ma a lot so that it doesn't sound different when you go to it. I'm following you.
yes, I
You
see.
play. You
And
play, and then I'll do it. I don't know if we've ever done that on a Bansuri Bliss lesson. All right, good. That was experimental. That was different. You're not coming through too clearly for me. Can people give me a definite answer? If I ask for a sound check, I need a definite answer. Music either comes through sounding good or it doesn't. So
for me,
sometimes clear
it
doesn't
sounds
help
very
me too
clear.
much, and I'm coming through clear. It's that you sometimes go in and out. Can someone give me a definitive answer? Is Yvonne always really clear to hear, or is he going in and out?
It was in and out.
Okay, I got one clear and one in and out, so I'll assume it's we've got conflicting answers. So who knows what? Maybe it's like a Zoom CDN is feeding you out to your hemisphere better than mine. But anyway, that was fun. Let's do that again. Remind me. It's good practice for me because I don't get to do that often, and it enables you to take charge, not just be following what I'm doing. And Everyone else can get to hear things twice. Ideally, if I play it correctly, you'd hear it twice, and then maybe you would know it by the third time. You should always know, what's a T-high? It's a phrase repeated 3 times. What's the magic of the number 3? Because the first time someone's playing something, you don't know what they're going to play. The second time you hear it, oh, it's on repeat, and I've had 2 times to listen to it to memorize it. And then the third time, everyone on stage should be able to play it, because you know it's going to come 3 times, because in Indian music, when things get repeated, it's often in 3s. Okay? So anyway, why am I bringing that up? You all get to hear it played twice, so then you should know it after that. You heard it twice. What did I say yesterday? I wrote it down. Consciously listen and remember. Consciously listen and remember. What's that mean? We need to be consciously listening and remembering while we're playing, especially if we're playing with somebody else. I gotta listen to Yvonne to hear what he's playing and remember it, okay? And it may be long, like the last thing he played, he went down, like Sani Dapa Magaresa, and he went back up, and then he kind of came up above, so I gotta keep all that in mind if I wanna repeat that phrase. Consciously listen and remember what's going to happen, what you've learned today, so that you remember it in the future, unless perhaps you really like to write music, which I hope you do, and you write it correctly so that you can remember it in the future. Recall, though, that back in the day, Indian classical music was not written down. If you went and got a lesson, you had to remember it. And it was probably a lot harder to go get a lesson than it was for you to log on today, because you probably had to cross town. You didn't have an Uber, probably didn't even have a bus, and you had to get there, and you probably even had to travel to some distant part of your state you were living in, or cross states, or who knows how many days to go find your teacher and show up there for lessons. So you guys have it easy. Back to the music. What's everyone want to learn? Anyone else want to play? We can keep going with Simendra Madhyam. I'm curious if Suraj is out there and able to play, because I think that Suraj was on that lesson too. I can't recall. But Suraj, certainly if you want to play some Simendra Madhyam, now would be the time. Everyone out there, let's do a review. Simendra Madhyam. Sa. 3 holes closed. Virtually always when we're playing Bansuri, Sa is going to be 3 holes closed. All right, let me change my tambour, because this now is, shall we just keep it? I don't know. I've got this not quite so good. Who knows how much this cost? $5, $10 Bansuri, but it's cool to have for backup and traveling. It's nice and small, and it's in E. My big flute's F. All right, all with the left hand. The first tetrachord, Sa, Re, Komal Ga, Teevra Ma. Everything up. Everything up. I mean, don't even leave that finger on the flute. There's no lock to the flute with the index finger. Get it off the flute. Note the difference here. Touching the flute, attached versus unattached. I do not want my fingers attached when I'm playing Teevra Ma. If you have it like that, there's just no reason to, and you're going to be blocking the sound coming out of the hole. Pa. All right, we now have a pentachord. Sa, Re, Komal Ga, Teevra Ma, Pa. Remember, Pa, middle Pa. Lift that top finger up. Finger closest to your face. The finger that covers the hole closest to your face. Call it the Ga finger. Lift that up for Pa. Moving on up. Komal Da. Let's get some light on there if we can. I'm not sure if I can. Komal Da. All right, so we've got you can roll like that. That's what I do. Or you can lift up like that. that the audience can see that hole a little bit, but it's got to be partially open. Pa, Komal da, shidni. High saw. I'm going to switch to my F flute because I like playing on it more and it'll sound better. Put this at F plus 32 cents. That's where we're at. F plus 32 cents. And we've got Simendra Madhyam is what we're playing as a reminder. If you just showed up here, Simendra Madhyam. If you've played Kirwani harmonic minor scale, then you can think of this as just making your Shidma Teevra Ma. All right, from Kirwani to Simendra Madhyam, just make the Ma Teevra. So let's do it again. Arohi, Avarohi. Ascending scale, descending scale. 8 beats up, 8 beats down. Repeat, no ornaments, no tonguing, not fast, just listening to the pitch. Improve your pitch every time, especially on those Komal notes. It's up to you to control them. And work on your tone, get your fingers used to the notes. It's a tricky raga on Bansuri in that the fingering is not too easy. Okay, so take some time, just go up and down. What's next up? Let's turn on some rhythm. Before, I was using my internal rhythm, but now let's turn on our tabla, put it into teental, put it at, it's already there, 88 beats per minute, call it Madhyalaya. 88 beats per minute. Teental. Din, din, da. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da, din, din, da. Da, din, din, da. Da, tin, tin, ta. Ta, din, din, da. Some. 2. Kali. 3. I'm going to play it 2 more cycles, and then I'm going to ask you to show me what you've got written down. Whatever you've written down today, show it to me. If you have written anything, and the question comes back to why, and write something down. You've got 2 cycles worth of me playing to write something of relevance, please. believe I played 4 cycles to give you some extra time. Has anyone written anything down today? Or are you just fully abiding by my statement, my tip to consciously listen and remember? Dalip wrote. Dalip likes to write. Dalip writes well. The more you write, the better you're going to write. Let's spotlight you, Dalip. See if I'll be able to see what this says. It's coming in blurry for me. That just could be my bad internet. But what I can see is that at the top right, there's definitely what appears to be a ascending and descending scale. You could write a rohi and a avarohi beside it. And then there's something I can't read. Maybe it's like dot and dinda, dot and dinda, dot and tinda, tot and dinda, but it's coming through blurry, so I'm just guessing. And then we've got, it looks like 4 bars of music, 16 beats, 4 vbogs, 4 divisions, that I'm assuming is sa, re, gama, pada, nisa, sani, dapa, maga, resa. So why don't you go ahead and, if you can unmute yourself, let me turn off that tabla. Was I roughly correct in what I saw on your page?
Yes. Yes, and
okay, so we've got
the tal also, just so that the bowls of the tals, just so that you can remember later.
Good. The bowls of the tals. Those are like the notes of the flute. Okay, the bowls of the tabla bowls. All right, that's the teental, what you're going to play on the tabla. Da, din, din, da, da, din, din, da, da, tin, tin, ta, ta, din, din, da. All right, good. And let's see, oh, he's going to play too. I'm going to turn my tambora off. What's your tambora tuned at?
Pa, both strings to pa.
First string of each tambora at pa. What's the pitch?
It's D minus 15.
D minus 15. All right. Tambora D minus 15. I'm going to move it up to D. We're going up to a smaller flute, higher pitch. D plus 15 cents. All right. Went way up there. What would I call it? Transpose this. There's my D, so I had to figure out Simendra Madhyam on the spot with that being my saw. Whole step, half step, 1.5 steps, half step. And then I thought, well, I can't guess how to get a step and a half above that, but I know I'm going to be a half a step below where I started. Okay, sorry, I started here. So then I had to play that, but I was up in the super high octave. So then to get my Komal fingering, I had to cross finger like that. And then I came up to what became my high saw. Looks like that. Anyway, that's what I did. So I just figured I'd tell you. Dalip, go ahead and play. We're at D plus 15 cents. Descend again and make sure your Komal ga is Komal flat. Flatter. The Komal ga is way too sharp. Yeah. Good. Now you can practice that by just doing the ma, ga, re, sa. Too sharp. If it's not serious sounding, then it's not correct. Good. All right, now let's improve it. Try to get all the way up the scale in one breath so that you don't have to do what you did every single time, was take a breath between the two tetrachords. Every single time you went from ma to pa, you took a breath. Every single time you went from pa to ma, you took a breath. Let's try to connect it all. Let's start on, go ahead, since you've got the tabla, your two choices are to turn the tabla off or to play with the tabla. So if the tabla is going to be on, make sure that you start at sum. No. Hold up. You started on like beat 14. I think your sound went out, but it sounded like beat 14 because why would someone start on beat 14? I'll tell you why. It sounds like there's no reason to, but there is a reason because the bass returns right there. So it would be easy to think if you didn't know better that maybe that's the first beat of it all, but it's not. 2, 3, 4, tucka din din da sum. There's always a tucka on that. Well, there's not always, but let's listen. There is right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tucka din din da. They're all single notes the whole way, and then there's a tucka din din da that starts the final section. So that's one easy way to hear it. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tucka din din da sum. Turn it off. Let's not. It's just a distraction to the Teevra Madhyam. Sorry, the Simendra Madhyam, which has a Teevra Ma. Just go ahead. Try to keep your internal rhythm. Why did you decide to speed up?
Yeah, sorry.
Good. Keep going. What happened is that you probably didn't take a big enough breath at the top. You got all the way up, which was really good, and then you just took a real fast breath and started to descend, and then you probably needed to breathe again. So, but even if you breathe after in your halfway, good, take a breath, but keep on going down.
I made Komal knee, so
Okay.
I realized I did a Komal
Yeah.
knee.
All right, well, you may have avoided it simply by taking a deep breath at the top. Good. It sounds so much better. One, your tone sounds good because you've been practicing for a while. And let's see, when it's connected, when there's no break in the middle, it sounds extra good. Okay, but on the descent, your Komal Ga was still a little too sharp that time. So be aware of the Komal Ga. Make sure that finger's off the flute when you're playing that ma. I want those fingers away from the holes because that sounded too flat on the Teevra Ma. Better. How do you play Teevra Ma? Can you show us your Teevra Ma? Is your finger touching the flute? Is your finger locked to the flute like a lever? Is it locked to the flute? your Teevra Ma finger? Are they touching? It's not off the flute. Could you lift your fingers away from the flute? You sure it's not touching? It so looks like it's touching. Your index finger is not touching the flute?
Oh,
Your index finger was touching the flute.
yeah. I saw.
Meaning your finger was locked to the flute. Okay, remember what I said. Do not. There's zero reason if a person can move their finger like this, then they can move their finger while playing the flute. It's not attached. It should not be attached. Right now it is. I'm demonstrating attachment to the flute. That finger does not want to leave the flute, but we need it to. That's how hard it is. Simply move your finger off of the flute. Okay? It'll take some getting used to if you've trained yourself to always be touching the flute. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Because you're going to be blocking the hole, and then you're not going to be getting Teevra Ma, or not a good Teevra Ma anyway. Punch 'em. Sorry, again, I'm transposing from here. Don't get stuck on the Teevra Ma. I wasn't stuck on the Teevra Ma. I'm not sure why you decided to stop and hang out at Teevra Ma. Consciously listen and remember. Okay? Good. Do it again. Again. Good. That sounded better. Your ga sounded better. Your pa is still not coming out too clear. There's a high chance that's not a very high quality flute. I'm not positive about that, but I'll say general rule. I had never thought about this until now, or had never put it into words. The smaller the flute, the higher the chance that it's a poorly made flute, because random street vendors probably make the small flutes, and the people who actually care about Bansuri a little bit more, hopefully, make bigger flutes, okay? I'm curious, do you have a larger flute?
Yes. I'll have to go bring it.
Well, you don't do it now, but next time we play, let's play on the big flute, because when I hear you play this, usually people start on a small flute and they move up. It's time you moved up, because you sound good on that flute. And at this point, it's the flute that's kind of like the flute. I'm not there to test it out or anything, but it sounds like if you were on a better flute, which is a bigger flute usually, your music's gonna get a lot better. You're kind of being held back by that flute. Like when it gets into the high sounds, it's kind of high flutes make loud sounds, kind of hurts the ear a little bit, even though you're playing it well. So that means move up to a bigger flute and the overall sound should get a lot better. So this week, put some more time into playing your big flute.
I just bought this new one when I was in India from...
that one?
Yes, but I have one from Anubodh, which I usually play.
Okay, where did that flute come from, this new
came
flute?
From, what's this name? Uh, Subhash.
Subhash Thakur. That's not his standard colors. He's got
Yeah,
well-branded
Subhash
flutes.
Thakur, yeah.
Okay, Poonam flutes.
Poonam flutes. Yeah, this is Poonam flute.
Okay, all right. They're changing up their colors, I guess. Anyway, famous flute maker. He makes so many flutes. So many people have his flutes that I doubt he made that flute. Maybe he did. I don't know. But I'm sure he's got a team of people making flutes, okay? Flute factory. Maybe the best flute factory in the world, but I still think of it as a flute factory. So, that's just my thoughts. He makes tons of flutes. He's done an awesome job. I'm sure tons of people enjoy his stuff. But I'm not too sure that he made it. It could just be some guy in the factory making the flute. Anyway, the more you play any instrument, the better it's going to sound. So I'm not saying it's not a good flute. You sounded good playing it. It just struck me. My intuition was he should be on a bigger flute. That a bigger flute will sound good. So anyway, hey, I've got a small flute right here. I travel with it. They're worth having. They've got their time and place. So let's see, anyone else out there? Thanks for playing, Dalip. Keep practicing. This will sound really good, because especially when, like, for beginners, which you're kind of past the absolute beginner stage, but you're still somewhat of a beginner. You know, you put so much time into playing Bhupali and the happy sounding ragas because they're easy fingering. They don't have many Komal notes, and then you switch to something like this. It's a good change. It adds a new dimension to your flute playing. All right, anyone out there want to play some music?
Okay, can I try Simendra Madhyam?
Yes. Ooh, Dinesha's going for it. Yes. All right, what's the pitch that you're going to be at?
It is a D plus 50.
D plus 15.
50, 50.
Oh, D plus 50. All right, I was at D plus 15. Now D plus 50. Confirm that looks correct. D plus
correct.
50. We're half the way, exactly half the way to D sharp. All right. Okay, let's stop right there because we're 2 notes wrong. Sa re ga. Komal ga.
Yeah.
Start at sa. Hold up. Just play sa. All right. Hold up. What are you doing right there?
Sorry, I'll change. Ka was wrong.
Slow down. Let's go. We're going 1 note at a time, okay? Because we need to make sure that every note is correct.
Okay.
All right, you told me you were at D. Did you tell me you were at D? A, B, C,
yeah.
D?
Sorry. Yeah, D.
Because something wasn't.
It's G.
G.
Plus.
All right,
G.
did you tell me D?
Yeah, I
Sorry
said
for
that
the
in
motorcycle
D,
sounds. All right, everyone, number one way to mess up ragas is to have your tambura tuned somewhere other than where your saw is. And that all happens before we pick up our flute. Okay?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so this is G.
let's get to G what?
G plus 50. So it is
G plus 50. So we're halfway between G and G sharp.
yeah.
All right?
402 is the hertz.
Yeah, that's not important to us anymore. In 2023, it's not. In 2002, it was because our technology showed our hertz. Now our technology shows the cents. So, not important to me anyway. I don't know. Maybe someone else will have a use for it. But anyway, G plus 50 cents. Halfway between G and G sharp.
G
All right.
plus 50.
Now, play your saw, please. Again, just play your saw again. Saw, please. Saw, please. Just saw, please. Saw. Hold up. What note am I asking for?
You're asking for da, is it? Or
No. Shadja. What is shadja?
Shadja is sa.
Correct. Just play that, please.
Okay.
All right, let's go to G sharp minus 22. G sharp minus 22. I was testing your pitch. That means you're about 3/4. The flute teller, did he tell you it was a G flute?
So it's G sharp minus 22, is it?
What is, when you bought the flute, did the flute seller tell you what pitch it was?
The flute seller has written here it is G sharp.
Okay, yes. G sharp minus 22 cents.
Minus
Okay?
22.
Put it at G sharp minus 22, because that's what you were blowing just now.
Okay.
G sharp minus 22 cents. 22% of the way from G sharp to G. Okay?
Okay,
G is-
G sharp minus 22.
Now let's hear you play saw. Just play saw.
Just-
A few long breaths of saw.
Just 1 minute. I'll just press the tuner to minus 22.
Anyone, if you have questions, chat them in. If you know you want to play today, here is the time to chat it in so that we can plan out how this lesson is going to conclude. Meanwhile, I'm at G sharp minus 22 now. We're playing Simendra Madhyam. Good. Now move up. Go. Just work on going from re to ga. It's a roll. Just roll your finger. Okay? roll or lift, however you want to do it, in a smooth motion from re to ga. Yes. Re ga, re ga, re sa. Re sa. Re ga, re sa. Again, every time you do it, make it a little bit smoother. No, don't move on, don't move on. Perfect. Unless that was perfect. Before you left it, was it perfect? Nah, so there's no reason to leave it. If you're practicing flute, then you may as well practice something until you get it. There's not much reason to move on if you're not getting it. I want you to go re ga, re ga, re ga. Why would we do that? So that we get used to doing it and so that it sounds good. And so that we can compare the pitch of the re to the komal ga. So that we realize what it sounds like when it's correct. Okay? Versus just moving on. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. Okay? Re ga, re ga. Now down. And each time before you run out of breath, come back to sa. Before you run out of breath, each time, listen to what I said, each time, every time, before you run out of breath, come back to sa. Why? Because sa is the note of resolution. It sounds good when you return to sa. Each time, before you run out of breath, return to sa. That means don't get into this, I'm playing re ga, and I've forgotten about the rest of the world mindset of I'm really practicing re ga. Next thing you know, you're out of breath and you're like, what happened? It's still a line of music that should be played beautifully. We're practicing, we're focused on one thing, but we're still trying to play a beautiful line of music. We've got to be aware the whole time, okay? So no matter what happens, do not end until you've returned to sa, please. Do not take a breath until you return to sa. Take a deep breath right now so that you have a lot of breath to work with, and make sure that you end beautifully on sa and then take a breath. Good. Now, because you're kind of running out of breath and the sa doesn't have your full force as it should, instead of going sa, re, ga, re, ga, re, ga, re, sa, just do it twice. Sa, re, ga, re, ga, re, sa. Shorten the thing. Good. Again. Deep breath. Deep breath. Fix the error. All right, that was better. The first Komal was a little sharp, but that's good. Those practices are good. Now, if you want, you can add in the Teevra Ma. Sa, re, ga, ma, ga, re, sa. Oh, I want your fingers off the flute. What did I say about Teevra Ma? I went into 2 different discussions during this lesson about fingers on Teevra Ma. I do not want your fingers near the holes when you're playing Teevra Ma. I want that note to go away forever. You kind of got rid of it. Remember, it used to come out all the time. That's the unwanted, I don't trust my flute abilities, so I'll just blow real fast and stop note. I trust your flute abilities, just blow and don't stop blowing. Okay? Last if I played a long time. I'm curious if your bottom pinky is on the flute when you're playing Teevra Ma.
Yeah, it was, but it was
Okay,
Okay,
'cause
I can take it.
That helps stabilize the flute. I want this pinky when I'm playing Teevra Ma is going to be on the flute. Because if not, my flute's going to roll out of my hands. Alright? So make sure you should just be able to go like this. Now I should be able to do whatever I want with my flute. It's not going anywhere. Because I've got 1 point right there, 2 points right there, 3 points right there, and 4 points of stabilization right there. Whereas if that's not up, then the flute's going to roll out, and I won't want to play the Teevra Ma. So this time, when you come to the Teevra Ma, just hold the Teevra Ma.
Should I first play Teevra Ma without with full open?
Sure, play it. What is Teevra Ma is the question. Teevra Ma is the sharp 4th. Okay. Sa, re, ga, ma. It's our 4th note of a scale. Sa, re, ga, ma. And it's sharp. It's Teevra. Okay, you understand sharp and flat. There's natural note, and then flat is the note below it, sharp's above it. Teevra is the sharp version of Ma. Like that. Everything up. Good. Now practice Ma, ga. That sounded good, though I asked for Ma. Yeah, that's true, you did it. Ma, ga. Go ma, ga, ma, ga. Now, how about this? You did ma, ga, re, sa well. Now go ma, ga, re, sa. Good. Good. Thank you. All right, good. That was
Thank you.
excellent. Keep on practicing. Ma, ga. Ma, ga, re, sa. Ni, sa, re, ga, re, ni, sa. Ni, da, ni, da. Ni, da, pa. Ma, pa. Ma, pa, da, ni, sa. All right, let's play my flute. Play some Simendra Madhyam. I'm going to put this at F plus 32. I haven't gotten any other questions or requests for people to play, so I'll assume that everyone who has wanted to play.
This is any different.
Okay.
Can you play on this one to see if it sounds different?
It will sound different. It's a different instrument. What do you want to know? If it sounds better? If you sound
Yes.
better?
Yes.
Okay. What pitch will you tune your tambura
E
to?
minus 31.
E minus 31 what? Cents.
Cents.
All right, we're at E minus 31 cents. Stick with Simendra Madhyam. Yeah, to me that sounds great. Minus your Komal Da didn't come out too well, but that was not an issue of the flute. Okay, but that sounds good. I like that. The tone sounds good. I mean, that's a big flute. You made a huge jump.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have another flute. You have a third flute?
I do, but this is made by Anubodh, and the
Yeah.
fingering is easy for me. The other
Good.
big one is the fingers I have to spread.
What's your other flute? What's the pitch of your other
F,
flute?
F, and that is also
Okay.
from
Yeah,
Poonam.
right. F and E are big flutes. Your other flute was a real small flute. So, okay, that's fine. Yeah, practice more on this flute this week.
Okay, thank you.
Great, thanks. All right, let's go back to F. Plus 32 cents. Switch flutes now. All right, just kind of improvising, getting warmed up. Kind of started a little jor thing. And let's see. Tucka din din da sum. 2 Kali. 3 da din din da da din din da tin tin ta ta din din da. Start on the 1 and just play your scale up and down bar barkuli, 1 note per beat. up and down every single time, but I changed something about it every single time. First time, no gummicks, no ornaments, no tonguing. Then I did gummicks from above on every note, up and down. Then I did gummicks from below on every note, ni sa, ni re, sa ga, re ma, etc. And then I started tonguing, changing the rhythm every time. Tuka-two, 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 two, tuka-two, 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 two. Always just something in fours. What rhythm can I do on those 4 beats? And then apply it to every set of fours. Tuka-two, two, two, 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 tuka-two, two, two. Let's start at 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tuka-two, two, 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 two. Let's do that. Alright, started out with just teental jala exercise, we'll call it. A Madhyalaya teental jala exercise in Simendra Madhyam, and then I started improvising at the end with the same basic concepts. Alright, any questions? I will be on Saturday the 30th and Sunday the 31st and Monday 8 days from now at night US time, night Monday 5 p.m. California time, Monday the 1st of the year 2024, and that would be a early Tuesday morning in India. So feel free to join. All those classes are open to anyone. If you know any flute players, if you know anyone who wants to learn Bansuri, invite them. This link will work for all those classes coming up, and then we'll have a new link. All right, I'll say a final chance for questions. Meanwhile, I'm gonna double the speed, play some. We heard Madhyalaya Rupa, we heard Madhyalaya teental. Now let's get into some fast teental. Double the speed, 2x button. Hey, it's the 2x button. It'll double your speed. just like the exercise we were just doing. Just like I was doing with Dinesha. Raga, 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 raga.
Getting the breath there.
All right, Simendra Madhyam, teental. Let's call that good. My computer is about to die. I am Bansuri Bliss Founder Dr. Kerry Kriger. Go check out bansuribliss.com. Go take a lesson in the Bansuri Bliss Academy this week. If you haven't been there in a while, make sure you click next lesson or mark complete, and then it registers in the system. All right, I'll see you next week. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy your Bansuri playing. Bye.